सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्व वेदान्ताः योगाः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्म योगविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण योगवेदान्तदर्शन साधनद्वारा आत्मानुभूति कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने निश्चितस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरन्तर दिग्विजयार्थं श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योगदर्शन शास्त्रस्य व्यासभाष्य समेत अध्ययनस्य प्रयत्नं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। श्री योगदर्शनाचार्याणां स्मरणं प्रार्थना। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः। ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रम द्वितीयः साधना पादः। स्वविषया असंप्रयोगे चित्तस्वरूपानुकारा इव इंद्रियाणां प्रत्याहारः ततः परमावश्यता इंद्रियाणां। Friends, we are into the last two sutras of the sadhana pada number 2 in this yoga darshan given to us by Sri Bhagavan Kapilji, Patanjali ji, and commented to us by Bhagavan Vyasa himself. So the Ashtanga Yoga, we have to thoroughly understand every aspect, even start doing sadhana for assuring our spiritual unfoldment. So Yama 5, Niyama 5 explain how they have to be done with full commitment. Jati Desha Kala Samaya Anavachinna Sarvabhauma Mahavratam. So too Vidarka Badhane Pratibhaksha Bhavanam all. How are the results? What are the results? Beautiful siddhis also were told. Asana we studied exhaustively, and then the result of that also is seen. Tato Dvandvanamigataha. Pranayama also we have studied very thoroughly. Then uska भी result हमको दिखाया, धारणा सुच योग्यता इत्यादि. Then the bridge between Yamasana Pranayama one side, Dharana Dhyana Samadhi other side is the fifth sadhana called as Pratyahara. Yesterday, day before we saw. Simple definition of Pratyahara is because of Indriyas not involving in their respective objects, they have gone to their own original self called as Chitta. Svavishaya asamprayoge संप्रयोगे चित्त स्वरूप अनुकार इव इंद्रियाणाम प्रत्याहार. Then in the detailed discussion we saw how that swavishaya asamprayoga of the indriyas is achieved. That is through viveka vairagya, that the vishayas are nothing but binding. Outer sadhana is this. Inside, by doing the vritti nirodhatmaka sadhanas, when the vasana is gone, vritti is gone. When the vritti is gone, no need, no sankalpa, no kamana. No sankalpa and no kamana, therefore, chitta need not express as the indriyas to perceive the world. In fact, because of the vasanalessness, because of the desirelessness, because of the agitationlessness, because of the chitta not getting modified into indriyas. This type of indriya nigraha here in this yoga darshanam is called as parama indriya nigraha or parama vashyata, which has to be aimed at and achieved. Otherwise, on spiritual sadhana, as much sharira, prana, mana, buddhi are destructive, distractive, uncontrolled, so too the indriyas. Therefore, indriyon ka pratyahara is basically the fifth sadhana. Tataha paramavashyata indriyanam is the beautiful result of doing pratyahara. Pratyahara doing is through viveka vairagya, keeping away the objects. Pratyahara doing is vritti nirodha, other side done. The result of this pratyahara is indriyanam paramavashyata. With this, the distraction, the disturbances to a great extent will be reduced when we are going to do the dharana, dhyana, samadhi, sadhanas, which are purely exclusively at the mana level, antakarana level. Nothing to do with sharira, indriya or prana. ये तो अंदर की साधना है. अंतरंग sadhanas they are called as. Therefore, yesterday, day before, we saw how people justify allowing the chitta to become indriyas, justify involving in the objects of all through the senses, even on the name of spirituality. These 5, 6 things said by Vyasa Bhagavan is a really daring and courage in him. Along with it, wants to prove that sadhana has to be ruthless. You can't take anything for granted. Now you see how people involved in indriyas on the pretext of sadhana itself, on the pretext of some controls they have. All of them are wrong. Only one thing, indriyas should not involve in the vishayas, full stop. That much ruthlessness. Paramavashyata kaha usko. And what is that paramavashyata? Because of savishaya samprayoga, chitta sarupa anukara iva indriyanam. There are no indriyas felt at all. That much chitta mein they all have merged, that we are only at the chitta level. At that time only, chitta can be taken into hands for the operation. That operation of the chitta is called dharana dhyana samadhi. If again and again chitta is becoming indriyas, perceiving the world, then how can we do the sadhana at the level of chitta of dharana dhyana? Nahi hoga wo. That is why Indriya Vasha, but Paramavasha Indriya, but that also with this matured sadhana of Pratyahara, we have to accomplish you. And all of them are en route to realization, necessary and possible, and should be made possible by knowing it is necessary. So, Shabdadishu Avyasanam Indriyajaya Idi Kechito Sakti Vyasanam Vyasyati Enam Shreyasaha Iti Aviruddha Pratibhattihi Nyaya Shabdadi Samprayogaha Swaichaya Iti Anye Ragadesha Bhave Sukha Dukkha Shunyam Shabdadi Jnanam Indriyajaya Idi Kechito. मेरे को तो खास इंद्रियों का शब्दादियों का ज्ञान हो रहा है इंद्रियों में इंद्रियों से. I am only perceiving the Shabdadi Jnana through Indriyas. Neither I have any raga, nor any dvesha, nor because of Indriya pravritti in the objects, I am getting any sukha or dukkha. See that person's clarity. But yet, that also justification only. Because you can't take it for granted. अब लगेगा कि शब्द में इंद्रिय प्रवृत्त हो रहा है, so there is no raga dvesha now. But tomorrow, day after, you don't know. In the weak moment of alertness, that perception can be followed by the projection of raga dvesha. Then you become samsari. Therefore, that is a good Vashyata, where one is perceiving the objects with the senses only. He is neither having Sukha Dukkha from them nor having Raga Dvesha. Very good Vashyata, but not Parama Vashyata. The Parama Vashyata is no Indriyas, only Chitta. Savishay Asamprayoge Chitta Swarupanukara Iva Indriyanam is called as Pratyahara. Tata Indriyanam Paramavashata is the result. Paramavashata. Then he says, Ki Chitta Ekagrya Chitta Ekagryat Apraptipati Eva iti Jaigi Shavyaha. We follow the Jaigi Shavya Yogacharya who says Chitta Ekagryat. Means Chitta is come to the Ekagra Bhumika. So in that Ekagrata of the Chitta, on whatever the subject of that chitta, we have focused. Therefore, chitta has not given any chance to get into the indriya formation followed by object perception. Like how a scientist, when he is with ekagrata doing the experimentation on something, chitta ekagrata ho gaya. At that time, other Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, he will not perceive. Why? Because the Indriyas have not manifested. Why? He is in the Chitta Ekagra sthiti. But once he comes out of the Ekagrata, again he may have desires for objects and the Chitta forms becomes as the Indriyas, then he will involve in them, in Natak Chalega. That example is only limited to that period of where he is in Ekagra Bhumi, because of which there are no Indriya expression to perceive the world. Jaigi Shavaji कहते हैं, being in ekagra bhumika of chitta always, therefore chitta has no need to express as indriyas. That is the indriya parama vashyata of indriyas, which is the necessary thing for dharana dhyana samadhi, which is the outcome of this powerfully done pratyahara sadhana. Pratyahara sadhana is this side. Vrutthis are eliminated. Vasanas. New vasanas are not allowed to form outside. So when the perceptions are happening, they are thwarted by the Viveka Vairagya, saying that they are the cause of disturbance in my calm, peaceful mind. Perceptions from the senses of the objects are like throwing stones in a calm and quiet lake. Calm and quiet चित्त को डिस्टर्ब इंद्रिया करते हैं भाई, pouring in the objects. Knowing this, he is not allowing the things to enter in him. That is the outer sadhana of pratyahara. Inside, the vasanas coming up to the chitta level, he is not executing them. Slowly, slowly, one by one, vasanas are quietened or purified or eliminated. Because of these two, and the third one is doing the chitta ekagra sadhana. Third one, because of these three, chitta becoming indriyas seeing the world, that is reduced, that is paramavashyata, that is called as pratyahara sadhana. Tataha cha paramatu iyam vashyata. See, tataha cha, after this chitta ekagra bhumi, other maintaining the ekagrata, when the vasanas are getting reduced, therefore, vritti formations are reduced. Therefore, the need of chitta want to become indriyas is reduced. At that time, tataha cha paramatu iyam vashyata. This is called parama vashyata of indriyas. What is that? Yet chitta nirodhe niruddhani indriyani. Because of the nirodha achieved of the chitta, therefore the indriyas are completely niruddha. That is called parama niruddha or parama vashyata. Na itara indriya jayavatu. Not the other indriya jaya, which are out of some willpower, some force, it is done. But vasanas kept intact, raga dvesha to the world also is intact. Therefore, when that willpower is withdrawn or goes away or reduced, again the indriyas come out of chitta, they graze the objects. Then there is no vashyata, parama vashyata. Temporary vashyata hoga. But we are talking about parama vashyata as a necessary qualification for of the indriyas. Is a necessary qualification for the internal sadhanas, which we are going to talk in the next sadhana, vibhuti pada, the dharana dhyana samadhi. That's the meaning. Na itara indriya jayavatu prayatna krutam upayantaram apekshante yoginah iti. So other upayas and other Futile prayatnas are not required for this type of yogi who, by doing vritti nirodha, he has arrested the formation of the indriyas to pursue the world. In other places, temporarily we lock the indriyas out of some willpower. मैं आज बात नहीं करूंगा मैं today. Really, they don't talk willpower, but the next day they talk 2 दिन का कोटा. I will not eat sweets for 1 week, but after that, every day sweet over sweet. This is called what? Prayatna krutam upayantaram. It's a means, but there's lot of effort. But this means is on basis of willpower, etc. When that is withdrawn, again thing will be normal. Normal in the sense, chitta becoming senses, senses perceiving the world. Then after perceiving the world of Shabda Sparsha, the vasanas becoming functional. They say something acha, something bura, then likes, dislikes, then the desire to possess and efforts. Entire drama of samsara happens. Yoga sadhana of Vritti Nirodha in Kaivalya Prapti, Atma Prapti is gone to dogs. भूल ही गए. This is what is a beautiful इति श्री पातंजले सांख्य प्रवचने योग शास्त्रे श्रीमद् व्यास भाष्ये साधना पादः द्वितीयः. Tomorrow, one day, I'll take fully to browse through all 55 sutras. If it is not sufficient, 2 days only for my sake. Like every class, I do for my sake only. कुछ लोगों को मेहरबानी है तो आते हैं. For my sake, I do, in which I will check myself whether at least the literal meaning of all the sutras is grasped or not. With Vyasa Bhashya, if the deeper meaning also is known, good study we have done, our efforts were not waste. And it is only mere information gathering. Nobody became yogi, jnani, bhakta just by information. Then start really doing the sadhanas. Slowly the siddhi happens. May you and I, with the arrival of Rama day after tomorrow, intensify our life of sadhana right from the dharma only. Rama is coming first to establish dharma. Yada yada dharma se glani bhavati abhyutanam adharmaha atmanam sujami. He is proving that by arriving. First thing to be established in our lives is living life according to dharma. With that, when the sufficient quietness of the mind is gathered, then involve in this yoga sadhana, then bhakti, then Vedanta, and through that reach to the goal and realize, liberate yourself. ओके सो सिद्धांत ज्ञान कम से कम पक्का है कि नहीं. कल परसों 2 दिन लगेगा बिकॉज 55 सूत्रास तो एक दिन 30, एक दिन 25. We can leave it and enter into third Vibhuti Pada in continuation. No harm. We can do it. But it just felt like because of long days we are seeing these sutras. एक बार देखेंगे. तपस्वाध्यायेश्वर प्रणिधानानि क्रिया योगः. Then avidya अस्मिता रागद्वेष अभिनिवेशाः पंचक्लेशाः अविद्या क्षेत्रम उत्तरेषां प्रसुप्त तनु विच्छिन्न उदाहरणाम् अनित्य अशुचि दुःख अनात्मसु नित्य शुचि सुख आत्मख्याति अविद्या. See how the definitions were explained to us. We just browse through them. Then we go to the Vibhuti Pada. Deshabandha Chittasya Dharana. Then it will be explained. But yeah, all will be interesting if you create interest, entertaining if you get it, and inspiring if we are tuned like that, and helpful if you do this sadhana. Let us see tomorrow. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha Tat Sat Brahma Arpanamastu.